afternoon. I'll make a brief statement. My name is Adam Lipson. I'm a Deputy Public Defender who was just appointed on this case. I first of all want to say that I'm pleased to hear that Mr. Pelosi is progressing well in his recovery, and we certainly wish him the best. As you've heard, there's been we have very little information about this case at this time. There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of rumor, simply based on the nature of this case. But as of right now, I haven't even seen the police reports. I met my client last night for a brief meeting for the first time. And so I'm not going to add to all the speculation by talking about the facts of this case right now. What I will say is that there's also been a lot of speculation regarding Mr. DePape's vulnerability to misinformation, and that's certainly something that we're going to look into, that we're going to delve into as his defense team. But again, it would be premature to talk about that at this time. I just want to end by saying I've been a public defender for 20 years. I cherish my role as a public defender. As most of you know, we represent people who cannot afford to hire a lawyer. I look forward to representing Mr. DePape, to providing a vigorous defense for him, and to getting to an equitable and just resolution of this matter.
Is there anything with your interactions with Mr. DePape that you can share with us?
No, not at this time.
He had his arm in a sling. Mr. DePape was hospitalized over the weekend. Can you explain, was he injured in this encounter?
Yes, he has a dislocated shoulder. He's okay currently.
Can you speak to his mental state?
I cannot.
How long you suffered with a dislocated shoulder?
It happened during his arrest.
Is that why his right arm is in a sling?
That's correct.
Where is he being held now?
In the county jail.
Was he on a 50-50 hold over the weekend?
No, he was not.
Can you elaborate a little bit about what you're going to be looking into in terms of, you said him and the truth?
We're going to be doing a comprehensive investigation of what happened. We're going to be looking into Mr. DePape, his mental state, and I'm not going to talk any further of that until I have more information in order to speak accurately.
Will you speak to his daughter's allegations, and if not, will you in the future?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Will you speak to his daughter's allegations of sexual assault, and if not, will you in the future?
I have no information regarding
He was
that.
just served with a protective order. He was just served with a protective order. Can you talk about that and whether he's going to abide by that?
He absolutely is going to abide by the protective order.
What was his mood when you spoke with him last night? What was his mood when you spoke with him last night? How did he seem? Is he fearful?
I can't talk into my private conversations with my client at this point.
Did he say anything in court, or did he just say yes to it?
He waived his right to a hearing within 10 days. Correct, he did.
What happens with respect to the federal prosecution?
That's a separate prosecution. Typically in a case like this, the federal prosecution would have precedent, but that's not necessarily the fact in this case, and so that's something that'll be sorted out in the near future.
What do you think political misinformation? What would you elaborate on that?
Political misinformation, propaganda, yes.
Would you think he appreciates the national implications of what's going on? Does he understand?
I can't comment on that until I've had further conversations with my client.
In court, you responded to the no bail hearing. Can you talk a little bit about that? You mentioned that it was mostly because you hadn't seen anything, but do you disagree with the motion for no bail?
I haven't had a chance to review the motion to detain without bail at this time. He currently has a federal hold, so he can't be released anyway. So the point is sort of moot at this moment. and until I've had a time to delve more fully into the information, I can't.
And just for the
Speak further.
mechanics, he's still going to be held until that preliminary hearing, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you saying he's a victim to the influences of social media?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's something we're going to delve into.
Spelling your name.
LIP is in Paul, SON.
Just to confirm, the bail sitting is this Friday, November 5th.
He's currently being held without bail. Friday is a setting of the preliminary hearing.
Can you explain the federal hold? How does that work?
The federal government has filed their own charges. They've placed a hold on Mr. DePape. If he's released from custody by San Francisco, he would be immediately taken into federal custody.
And Friday is the setting of the preliminary hearing. I thought that was January 4th.
The judge misspoke and she corrected herself later. It's Friday is the setting of the preliminary hearing.
What's January 4th?
There's nothing, Jim.
So this Friday is going to be the preliminary hearing and bail will be discussed.
This Friday is going to be the setting of the preliminary hearing. The bail hearing will probably be set in conjunction with the preliminary hearing at some later date.
What's your hope for January 4th?
January 4th may be the 60th day, so that would be the last day the state has to bring him to preliminary hearing, bring him to a probable cause hearing.
How many 5 hours? She said 5 hour hearing.
Not for Friday. The preliminary hearing, when it does occur, will be approximately 5
It's
hours.
just a procedural stuff they set.
Correct.
Is he a member of any fraternity that you know of?
I have no information regarding that.
Federal investigators said that they recovered a journal of his. Has he indicated to you anything about that? Are you aware of this?
I'm not aware of that, and I can't comment on any private conversations he and I may have had at this point.
And are you back here on Friday to set the preliminary?
We're in Department 20.
Will he be there on Friday?
I'm not certain of that.
Do you expect more details from Friday proceeding?
I expect no more details to emerge by Friday. I still haven't been provided police reports. Those are going to be given to me on Friday.
Do you expect to release a statement from your client anytime soon?
That's something he and I will need to work on before we do anything like that. So not in the very near future. All right. Thank you.